At the renowned Shujin Academy, Miyuki Shiguro and Kaguya-sama Shinamino are the student body top representative, ranking the top students in the nation and respected by peers and mentors alike. Miyuki served as the president council president alongside the vice president Kagagura, eldest daughter of the wealthy Shino family, excels in every field imaginable. They are the envy of the entire student body, regarded as the perfect couple. However, despite both having already developed feelings for each other, neither of them are willing to admit it. The first to confess losers will be looked down upon and will be considered the lesser. With their honor and pride at stake, Mizuki and Katagura are both equally determined to be the ones to emerge victorious on the battlefield of love. This anime has about 12 episodes. It premiered January 12, 2019 to March 30th, 2019. It's based off a popular manga series. It is a comedy, themed are psychological, romantic, subtext in school. The demographic is seinen. Each episode is 25 minutes per episode. It's rated PG-13. Now let's get started into the review. Now with the first summary and first season of Kamigama, Love is War, but in English title it's Kamigara Wants to Be Confessed to, the genius war of love and brains. But with season 2 already out and season 3 already in the mix coming up very soon, I feel like with this one the premise of it just starts as like a slow, well, trying to think of it as how to proceed, because when you watch 1 and 2, they're vastly different. Story just changed, but this is no ordinary love story between two teenagers failing at love attempts at getting the person they love to confess. But I feel like with this one, for Kaguya in general, my friend recommended this to me, and with Kaguya-sama Love is War, it tackles what every person is very fearful of, but takes it to the next extreme, which is being confessed to. And for this anime, this is not your average romantic rom-com. It's basically the fight to the death between two of the smartest people in the school in this scenario, and the battle to who will confess first. You have Kagura Shishima, who's from a wealthy heir corporation and a proud of some core, but she is sheltered, but she also has far more pride than common sense. And then she has her adversary, the president, who she looked up to, Mizuki Shiguro, who comes from a much very humble background and very a workaholic through the top of his class, and it's very evident that he's very a workaholic. But unfortunately, he has little to do with anything else. I mean, literally anything else. Despite these two have very different, vastly upbringings, they are sure many in common. They're stubborn, they are of intelligence, and their egos are more inflated than you can think. And they're both hopelessly in love, and I mean bad in love. And despite not having like just a merely confession to their crush that they like each other, they use the elaborate scheme in their intellectuals to convey to get the person to confess their love first. And if they don't do it first, the fear of rejection will be too much for them to handle, and their egos will be deflated very badly. And then they make all these elaborate attempts to trick each other to go over top of the hysterics to get their undying confessions to be the most heartfelt. And they're always trying to one up each other, but it's always, they are deeply in love, but they just simply can't come close to confessing, and it just drags on to this hilarious battle. But overall, I do love this anime because you have all these eccentric characters, and I think the characters that I love the most that particularly caught my interest was Chika, the student council secretary. She is the embodiment of chaos and basically the wingman and wingwoman in this comedic anime, which I love. She unknowingly tries to intervene between the battle between the two of them to hilarious effect. Even though she acts like she's very intelligent and very smart and has both a lot of experience between the both leads for them combined. And then you have the very anxious student council treasurer Igamiga, who I think I think his presence also helps with like the neutral banter between them, because you often see the two main leads have this what is it, like this gaze between each other, but then we have these two other characters to them. It kind of helps bring that like the whole group to a equal balance of how to run it out and how these two can interject by bringing these other two main leads together. But their attempts always backfire, I feel like. But it's a perfect anime that doesn't take itself way too seriously, but it does have the nice comedic effect of these two people trying to confess being drawn out. But it works out beautifully. Whatever elevates Kaguya-sama's great comedy material is far beyond any other rom-com that I've seen so far, and it's done really well. Having the scenes blend so seamlessly into one another, and having each different transition, and each time when their battle is started, and how it ends with the sidebar kind of saying who won, who didn't win, how it kind of was a fold, and there was no irrevocable outcome. I think watching these two characters and their growing confession for one another being somewhat terrifying to them because they don't know what to do, and the aspect of life in general is like the whole film a challenge of growing up and the growing pains of growing up and like having to confess to your crush, which I really thoroughly like to see between the two of them. I'm excited to see what season 3 brings, and I definitely give this anime a 10 out of 10. If you haven't seen Kurosama Love is War, definitely check it out. But until then, see you real soon. Bye!